at you or look at camera when I'm talking.
Yeah. Oh, we have a dude that joins. Christopher joined. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Broke Dude Diaries. Hi, guys. As you can see, my book up here, Never Date a Broke Dude. Yes, this is the key in life, is to never, ever, ever date a broke dude. Hey, girl, what's up? Good to see you. The Blue Beach. Good to see you. Hello. All right, you guys. Welcome to Broke Dude Diaries. Hello, my friends. Hi. We took a week off last week because I was traveling. I actually traveled to, hi, Emily. I traveled to New York to do Good Morning America, which was really cool. I did some holiday tips there, and it's great to see you too. And yeah, so it was really, really fun, but I was on an airplane, so I couldn't do Broke Dude Diaries. But I wanted to show you guys the cover of my book, Never Date a Broke Dude. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's so cool and so fun. It's actually about not just you're not supposed to date a broke dude, but it gives you financial freedom tips on how you can become financially independent so you never have to rely on a broke-ass dusty dude or a dusty dude in general. The link is in my bio, so if you guys want to pre-order the book, it comes out May 6th. All right, now let's get to talking. I have my sister from another Mr. Amy here. Amy and I have known each other for over 20 years. And when we first met, let me tell you guys a story. We first met, you guys are gonna laugh. We first met, she was applying for a job in a place where I was a manager. And she applied with my boss, and my boss was like, wow, she's really smart, we should hire her. And she was so pretty. And I was like, I don't know if she's serious. Like, I'm like, I don't think, I totally cock-blocked her. I was like, I don't think.
Did.
Yeah, and it wasn't, I'm not a jealous person. I just didn't think that someone who was, I know this is wrong, this is bad of me, but someone who's this beautiful could be like super smart. But she is. And we just became really, really good friends. Hi, you guys. All right. Thank you for joining. So today, even this stunning, beautiful woman sitting next to us, she's dated broke men. I mean, you would think that like she has all the options in the world, and she does. And yet, for some odd reason, we pick these dusty broke men, and I don't know why we do. I really don't. Because she, by the way, is super successful, very, very financially secure, right? She doesn't need a dude. She pays her all her own bills. I mean, she's super successful. So, I'm interested to hear her broke dude stories. I've heard them before, but she's going to start. So tell us your broke dude story. I know you have at least two, and then we're going to interact. All right, let's hear it.
Well, hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with my bestie.
Yay!
And I will say, and thank you for all those compliments, just to give a little bit of background on me, the reason I am actually financially independent and successful is I do accredit my father, who is not a broke dude. But I do definitely credit him to my independence financially, just in the sense of how I grew up. I mean, my dad was the type of person that he didn't buy me things. I mean, he bought my essentials, but he didn't buy me anything extra. I have two older brothers. My mother actually bought them their first cars, and when it came to
really?
my point,
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And she says she's my best friend.
Yeah, I didn't know she bought them cars.
She did.
Okay.
But when it came my turn, she didn't buy mine. And, granted.
That's probably the best thing that ever happened to you.
It was. And then I looked to my dad saying, please, Mom didn't do it. And my parents were divorced. And my dad just said, no. He goes, you need to work for it. He goes, I will help you pick out your car. I will find it for you. I will do all of your maintenance on your car. I will do everything for you, but you have to buy your car. You have to earn it. You will never appreciate it if you don't earn it.
Wow.
And he was so right. And so my first car that I got, it was $1,500. And it was stick shift, but my dad taught me how to drive it. I know. It was a little cute little Hyundai Excel, little white Hyundai Excel. Loved it. And I treated that thing like it was a Lamborghini. Some of my other friends would laugh, back in the day, because I would never let anybody drive my car, ever. And they would just be like, this, I mean, it's not that great of a car. And you're acting like, but anyway, but he was so right. I would not have appreciated if it wasn't something that I earned and I bought. And it took me a year of walking to work to earn the money to earn that car. And ever since then, I mean, I've always lived by that. Any of my friends that ever asked for advice on their parenting, not that, I'm great at parenting advice, but that is the piece that I would give. So I just wanted to at least start by saying that.
That's really great. So, okay, before you get to your story, there's a couple of questions, okay? What defines a broke dude? And then someone said, what's the annual income constitutes broke? Okay, so broke is not about money. It's about mentality, okay? It's about your mental state. And you could have a lot of money and still be broke because you're cheap and you don't know how to be generous with your money, okay? So a broke mentality is someone who doesn't want to advance in life, who is happy being broke, not having any money, and doesn't want any better for themselves. And I've always said, this is my famous line, that you don't have to match me dollar for dollar, but you have to match me hustle for hustle, okay? Right. So I'm not gonna be out there hustling, working my ass off, and you're just sitting around eating Cheetos, okay? So it's not about an income thing. It's a mindset, and it's an ambition thing. You need to be with someone that has ambition to be just like you are. And if you're financially independent, you need someone who's also financially independent. Hope that clears it up. And there's another comment. Where does love, respect, loyalty, and kindness fit in? It doesn't. I mean, it does as far as okay, this person isn't broke, right? So then we look to love, respect, loyalty, and kindness, because love does not conquer all. Love is not going to make up for someone being broke and taking advantage of you financially, period. Okay. And the number one reason that relationships end is not because they don't love each other. It's because of finances. That is the number one reason. So that's why that is secondary. Okay. Being married or being in a relationship is the most important financial decision you will ever make in your life, period. So love, respect, loyalty, all that stuff is great, but you have to be on the same page financially. Okay, let's keep it moving. Go ahead. I appreciate you guys too. All right, Amy, go ahead, tell us your story.
Awesome. So, the stories that I have, it kind of even just going on this, I've never actually dated a true broke guy who just didn't have any money at all. But I have dated men who didn't either have as much money or didn't want to spend the money, like you were saying. One notable one that comes to mind, and he actually had all those things. He had the love, the respect, the loyalty, the kindness, all those, which is why we were great together. But at the end of the day, we just weren't, there was no equality financially. So I made a lot more money than he did, and that's fine. And that's fine in certain situations. And there was lots of times where, I definitely would pay for the more expensive meals, which is great. And I would just kind of let him pay for the smaller ones. Right. I would pay for trips when we would go places because I knew I could afford it and he couldn't. I would pay for, the Christmas shopping. I would do all the gifts, for his family and mine. I would just kind of put them on mine, sometimes.
Yes.
But, so all of those things. And it was fine for quite some time because I thought, well, if it were in reverse, he would do this for me because we did have all of those other things. But at the end of the day, it wasn't in the reverse. And at some point, enough is enough, and you can't keep doing that forever because you will be resentful. And I became resentful. And it got to the point where, I stopped being able to go on trips, things that I wanted to do because I didn't want to go without him because that seemed rude and how would that look? And then I didn't want to pay for him either. So
pay for two people to go on a trip.
So then it got to the point where I was missing out on things. I actually missed a wedding that I really wanted to go to in Cabo. Because
really?
I did, yes. But I just didn't want to pay for the two of us to go to Cabo because this was years into our relationship and I just was over it and didn't want to do that anymore. So, so yes, all those other things do matter, but to what point, and how long can you sustain that, if you don't have that equality there. Right. And he had a job, he did work, but, it's get a better job. If you want this type of relationship, you want to be able to do things together that both of you are accustomed to and want to do, these fun things.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that when you date someone that isn't on your level financially, it's one of two things. Either you have to be good with paying for them all the time or most of the time or the majority of the time, which takes money out of your pocket that you could be investing. You could be putting your 401k, you could be buying things, right? So it takes money out of your pocket that you could be doing all those things. But also what it does is, so either you have to do that, or you have to give up on the stuff that you want to do. You have to give up on the type of lifestyle that you want. And it goes both ways. I'm 31, single, bought a house with my hard-earned money, and I meet men, and none of them have. Right, exactly, right? Yeah. So you have, Chris Rock always says, if you're a crackhead, you got to marry a crackhead, okay? So you have to be on the same level financially. Because maybe you have a lot of money and you don't want to travel. You don't care about, things like that. Okay, that works too. But probably the reason that you have a lot of money is because you've worked your ass off to get there, right? And you want a certain type of lifestyle. So now you either have to dial that back and not do it because, like you were saying, you don't want to pay for two people. Mm-hmm. And unless you're, a multimillionaire, you really can't afford to pay for two people to do things all the time.
Right.
Or you have to settle your lifestyle is not going to be what you want it to be. So, you're a crackhead, you got to marry a crackhead. You have to be with someone that is on your level, or they have to be willing to pay for themselves, right? So I've always said my man and I make more money than him, but he has enough money to where he can pay for himself. So if we want to go on vacation, he can pay for himself. I don't have to pay for him. I don't have to pay for all the things. He carries his weight in the relationship, and that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. If you've got a good guy and he's got those other qualities, chances are he doesn't feel good about it either.
Yeah.
He didn't want me paying for all these things, but in order for us to both be able to do them, I had to, and then he feels guilty, and it again, then it's still, tarnishing the relationship in that sense. If he's not happy, feeling guilty, and I'm just resentful because I'm paying. So.
Right. All right, let's look at some of the questions here. Okay, so now at house, I feel like men are intimidated. Absolutely, men get intimidated. It's actually not intimidated. They're scared, and you know why they're scared? They're scared because men want you to need them. Okay, and if you don't need them, that means you're not going to put up with their bullshit, and they're threatened that you're going to walk out at any given time if they don't act right. When they don't act right and you don't have any money, they're like, where's she gonna go? Mm-hmm. But if you have your own shit, if you have your own money, he is scared that you're gonna walk away because, of something that he did. So he doesn't want to be an equal partner. He just wants to, do his thing and you stay because you have no other option. Okay. I feel like I made a mistake. Okay, that high-valued men don't get involved with women that are not on their financial equal. I guess that's a question. I don't know what that is. So here's the difference. And I don't think anyone should marry someone that's not on their level financially. Okay, I don't think that. But the reason that high-valued men and men in general get involved with people or women that are not on their same financial level is because that's how they get her. Okay? They flaunt their money and they're like, look at the lifestyle that I can give you. The guy is like 5'3", has stinky breath, and, he just has a lot of money. How many times have you seen the ugly dude with a lot of money with the hot girl that looks like she just walked off a runway in Milan? Okay? And they lead with their money. They're like, you be with me, and this is the lifestyle that you're going to have. So this is why high-value men, or I would just say rich men, will date women, and that is a means of control. Okay. And
it feels good. It feels good to have somebody pay for you. And
exactly.
There's many times that, I will allow a man to treat, but never 100% of the time. I will always offer. Yeah. And if he says no, fine. But at some point, I'm going to make sure that I pay for a dinner or two, or I'm offering to pay half or whatever it is, because I don't want that control. I don't want him to feel like he has that control on me.
Exactly. Because he who controls the gold makes the rules, okay? In the beginning of the relationship, you may not see that because, you're just like, oh, well, things are great, but eventually he's going to be making a lot of the decisions in what you do. Mm-hmm. How about never date a broke woman? Yeah, Paul, I agree with that too. Now what? You just joined the party, dude. I specifically said everyone should be on their same financial level. That's what I said. And the reason you men date broke women is because you control her with money and you lead with your damn money. That's why. Okay. Michelle, so true. An ugly high school mate is now a millionaire and thought I would give him everything to be with him. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. You're still ugly. That is not it. It's like, dude, I can become more rich, but you can become better looking.
That is true.
No one can control you. You have to allow them to control you. No, absolutely not. That's wrong. People control you with money.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah, you don't even know it. You have no idea what's happening. People will control you with money. I gave a broke guy a chance, and he put me down and flirted with a mole rat looking girl in front of me, right? And it's
all the more reason,
right? And let me tell you, the broke dude. I've dated a few broke dudes, but the main broke dude that I dated, he acted like I wasn't good enough. I'm like, are you serious? You remember him, right? This dude, like, really? I mean, oh God, the nerve. Men should provide forever and always, because what else are they good for? Genuinely asking. Well, I don't believe in should provide forever and always, because what else are they good for? Genuinely asking. Well, I don't believe in the provider and protector thing, and let me tell you why. Because the provider and protector role comes from men are hunters and women are gatherers. Okay, that's where that comes from, and that is a lie. That's not true. Those roles that we've been told about, men are hunters, women are gatherers, is not true. Women have been hunting since the beginning of Homo sapiens societies. All right, so what patriarchy did is took men are hunters and women are gatherers, and in modern time translated into men are supposed to provide and protect, and women are supposed to be the nurturers, meaning he goes out and makes all the money, she stays home, takes care of the kids, cleans the house, cooks, wipes butts, and has no ambition for herself but to do that. But the man can go and live his dreams and his best life and live his potential. So the patriarchy came up with this provide and protect for men in order to remain in control. Because if he is making all the money, he is controlling the relationship. So a man is supposed to be an equal partner to you. A man is supposed to enhance your life. If he doesn't enhance your life and is an equal partner to you, that's where there's no point. I agree that equal financial backgrounds is a must. Keep money separate. Yes, you keep money separate. Keep money separate. Always have your own account, because there's no point in having money if you don't control that shit. There's no point. So you should have your own account where you only have access. He degraded and humiliated me and chose the crazy mole rat, but it seriously got to me and tanked my maybe self-esteem. I know, yeah, self-esteem. Oh, it does that, right? Because you're thinking, oh my God, I am not good enough. Mm-hmm. And they know that. So that's the way they get to you. Yeah, that's bullshit. Can you define a broke dude, a rich dude? I already did. I think what I said is that it's a mentality. It's not about money. It's about a mentality of wanting to be better and ambition. I think y'all should read the Bible and find out what are both of y'all. Okay, first of all, Jarius. Okay, so the Bible is a patriarchal book. Okay, so the Bible and the roles that are in the Bible are completely and utterly false. Like I said, you guys, the Bible says the man is supposed to provide and protect, woman is supposed to be a nurturer. That's bullshit, because women were hunters, they weren't gatherers. Women hunted right along with the men. Women fought right along with the men. Women went to war right along with the men. There were chiefs right along with the men. It is only when religion came into play that they want to oppress women and put in the Bible that, oh yeah, man's supposed to provide and protect, and woman's supposed to be a nurturer, be in her natural role, which means a subservient person that is just sitting at home wiping asses. So get out of here with that, Jarius. Okay, my problem is we were at the same money point, but after 10 years of marriage, he stayed there and you went up, right? Yeah, that also causes problems. Because why? Because you had more ambition than he did. That's what it is. And I didn't, but I still expect to be, but I'm still expected to be a little housewife. Yeah, that's bullshit. Right. They expect you to be a housewife regardless of how much money you make. That's the thing. This is why the happiest men on earth are married men. Happiest. Because they have someone that takes care of the house, takes care of the kids, cooks, cleans, probably works, right? And contributes. They only have to do one thing, is go work. They don't have to do shit else. That's why they're so happy. Meanwhile, we're taking care of the children and a man-child. God. Right. Okay, let's see, whatever. I know that's right. Yeah, finally someone said it. Exactly. Blocked. I love that. I love when people say blocked. Dude, this isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Dusty, tell me you're a dusty person without telling me you're a dusty, insecure person. Oh my God. These women led the tribes too. Absolutely. Women led the tribes. They hunted. They went to war right along with the men. Whoever's telling you it's something differently is lying to you. A study just came out that proved that. Both of your hair is so shiny and pretty. Thank you. I'll just be a passport bro. Okay, you can be a passport bro. All right, let's see what else. All right, Amy. So the next dusty dude, broke dude that you dated. Let's hear it.
Well, what I'll actually say, it might not be an in particular guy, but well, a few. But I think what I'm saying is
it's all into one.
It's actually who I haven't dated. Let me put it that way. I actually didn't date them, but I didn't date them for these reasons.
Yeah.
And there's signs. There definitely are signs that you can see right from the very beginning, and you can make that choice. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna block, I'm gonna depart, or or you can choose to stay and explore that. But I once had a guy come over to my house, and I have a condo. I own my condo, and it's not super fancy or anything, but it's nice, right? It's nice. It's big.
Nice.
It's
It's in West Hollywood, a great area.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this guy came over, and I had already known him for a little bit. He just never came over before, but he had come over, and we just were, deciding whether we wanted to date.
I remember
and he walks
the story.
in. I know. He walks in, and I just remember him, because it's kind of deceiving from the outside of my building too. It just looks like a plain old apartment building. And then you walk in, and there are these beautiful condos. So he walks in, and I just like that cartoon character where just dollar signs pop out of the eyes. Like I could literally see that in his face as he's looking around, all over my place. And he's like, "You own this?" And
a dollar sign, guys.
I didn't even know how to reply. I just said yes.
That's what she said. I go, how did it go? She goes, girl, when he walked in, I felt like he had dollar signs in his eyes. And I could just imagine, like in the cartoons when they have the dollar signs. Oh my God, what a disaster.
Yes. So I did not date him for very long. Let me say that. We dated a little bit, didn't date for long, but there was a point where he came over, he'd do laundry at my house. Like just certain things that
laundry. This motherfucker was doing laundry.
He'd come over for a date and have a laundry basket with him. So that was interesting. So we didn't date that long.
Oh my God.
But there were definitely signs, that being one of them. Other, if you're out to dinner and,
Hold on, let me answer this question. Is the book on Amazon? Yes, the book, you can pre-order it on Amazon. The link is in my bio. It comes out, you won't get it until May 6th, but order it now because I think it's going to be sold out. Go ahead. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. No, I was going to say there are signs. I mean, if you're out to dinner with someone, girl or guy, if you're out... Yeah. I do always offer to pay, just, and it's not even really a test. It's who I am. I'm always going to offer to pay regardless. Yeah. But if the guy is quick to say, yeah, sure, or oh, thank you, I will still do it, but it's the last date we're going to go on, especially if that was our first date and I just paid. Even if I say, can we do half? And he says, okay, that's fine. That doesn't mean I'm not going to date him, but it is an indication of, this guy should be trying to impress a little bit. And if he's not, and if this is... I do believe in being independently financial between the both of you, but there's also some chivalry that needs to be involved in the early stages. Yeah. So it's just a sign. Maybe not a total red flag, but a sign. But that sort of stuff. I guess just knowing what type of job he has. Is it just a customer service job? Is it a business job? What does he do, and what is the potential there? Is there potential to move up? Is there potential to make more money? That sort of thing. So
yeah, no, exactly. It's like there was a guy who I dated, and he was broke. And he didn't know what he did for a living. I'm like, what do you do for a living? I do a little here, a little there. I'm like, well, what the hell do you do here and there? I mean, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, no, this is not going to work. And there was also this guy that I if you guys have joined me before, you maybe have heard the story. There's also this guy that I dated, and he was a really nice guy. But I remember he told me his credit score. And it was like 520.
Oh no.
520. I was like, how is your credit score 520? Like that's your shoe size, right? I was like, no. And the reason the credit score is so important because it tells you how financially responsible or irresponsible they are, okay? With a bad credit score, you can't even rent a fucking apartment. Mm-hmm. Literally, right? You can't even rent an apartment with a bad credit score. So if you want to buy a house, guess what? He can't be on the home because his credit's going to bring yours down and no one's going to sell you a house. Or if you want to buy a car, there's so many things that happen when someone has a bad credit score. So yeah, I was like, too bad. Look, I like you, but too bad we can't keep dating.
Yes. And remember, if you get married, his debt becomes yours.
That's right. Exactly. Who says that's not true? What part of that is not true? I'm really confused. I'm in finance, dude. Okay. Like I'm a financial expert. That is true. That is 100% true. You can get an apartment, but a shitty one, and you'd have to put like maybe 6 months of down payment on your apartment.
And if there's other people applying, they're going to go for the one that has the better score.
Exactly.
So maybe you can get one if no one else wants it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Credit scores tells you nothing about the individual. Of course it does. It tells you that they're financially irresponsible. How does it not? I mean, you could still be a good person and have a bad credit score, but it tells you that they're financially not responsible. And what it tells you is that they promised to do something, which is pay the debt that they had, and they didn't do it. Mm-hmm. That's what it tells you about the person. So yeah, it tells you a lot about that motherfucker, because it tells you that he told people he was going to pay them back and he didn't. And this is why his credit score is bad. Joint accounts financially link you. Married or not. Right. You don't have a joint account. Exactly. I will never have a joint account with anybody. Patty, congrats on the book. Well, there'll be an audio version of the book. Thank you so much. And yes, there will be an audio version read by me. I'm going to be doing that. So yes, thank you. How do you dispute items on your credit card? Okay. Do you want to answer this? Yeah, she's in the credit card industry.
I'll let you answer that one.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. This is what you do. So you pull your credit report, right? And whatever you see on the credit report that doesn't belong, then online now it's really easy. You just dispute that, and they send that dispute to whoever's reporting that credit, good or bad. Bad, not good, but yeah, if it's bad. And then they have 30 days to respond. If the people that say that, you didn't pay them, the bank, whatever, the creditor, if they don't respond, then it gets taken off your credit score. So that's how you dispute it. You can do it online. In my day, we had to write a letter back in the day. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Write a letter. So that's how you. Oh, you asked about your credit cards. Well, it really depends on your credit. It depends on your credit card. How do you dispute items on your credit card? Sorry, I thought you said credit report. So on your credit card, you basically just, I can do it online. Like my Amex, I can do it online. That's the only card I use. What about other cards? Can you dispute
It's
online?
all the same, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just dispute online, tell them why.
I thought we were talking about credit reports.
Yeah. Trust and prenups. I'll marry, what does this person say? Trust and prenups. Little mama, real men come prepared. Okay, great. I'm all for prenups. I don't care. Don't threaten me with a good time. Seriously. Actually tells you about their morals. Yes, it does. A bad credit score tells you about their morals. Absolutely. Also, public and private. Most don't know how to live on private side legally. Do you know what that means? No, I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm getting divorced, but we never had accounts together. Good for you, Angelina. Good for you. You should never have accounts. My dad spent about $3,000 of my credit card without my permission.
Yikes.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I mean, if you can prove that he spent it and that it wasn't with your permission, they should be able to do something. But I would call, actually. In that case, I would call the credit card company. What the fuck?
I'm moving into a broke dad segment.
Yes, broke. Yes, yes. We need prenups in UK. Yes, you do. Prenups are very, very important. Is that Gretchen? What's up, girl? This is my girl from Chicago.
Ah, yay.
Yeah. What's up, Gretchen? So, okay. Do you have anything else to add here?
No, I think that just watch out for those warning signs and
yeah,
make your decision from there. But
yeah.
But I definitely will just say you want it to maintain happiness. You've got to have some equality there. That's kind of my biggest thing.
How do you know if you're dating a broke guy? Okay, you're probably late to the party. How you know you're dating a broke guy is if your ambitions do not match, okay? If you're out there hustling and making all this money and he is happy working, at McDonald's or wherever, then brokenness is a mentality. It's not about money. So he's broke and you're not going to date him. Angelina, no car. Okay. Okay, any other questions? Because I try to keep these short. I try to keep these 30 minutes. If not, Again, my book, Never Dated Broke Dude, is coming out May 6th, and it's actually published by a real publisher, so this is really great. And the link is in my bio, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for Broke Dude Diaries. Maybe he owns the McDonald's. Okay, of course I didn't mean, of course, he owns the McDonald's, that's fine. I said working. Working and owning, words matter. Those are two very different things. Are the lives recorded somewhere? I don't think so. Or they are recorded. I don't know if we post them. Jordan, can you answer that question? Instagram, maybe. It's a good idea to have them for us to rewatch. Jordan, can you answer that question? If Jordan's here. How can we set ourselves up for financial success? Read my book. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to pump my book up. But if you want to be financially successful, you need to read my book because it gives you like step-by-step instructions, especially for women on how to set yourself up to be financially responsible. Okay. So the lives question, if they're somewhere, Jordan said, we can have them added to your YouTube. Okay. The lives will add to my YouTube. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I have like 1,000, which is fine. I don't care. I don't do this for subscribers, but we'll put it on YouTube. Okay. All right, everybody. Amy, thank you so much for joining us. Wasn't she an amazing
woman is
dude?
incredible.
Oh,
I love her so much.
I love you too. All right, you guys. People probably think I'm broke, but I'm rich. Okay, great. Fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Yeah, that's good. You're probably rich because you don't spend your money on stupid shit. What's your advice on getting my dream education, becoming a pilot after 20 years of marriage? Hubby disagreed. Okay, 20 years. You know what? You're not too old to do anything. You just have to go out there and do it, girl. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how long you've been married. It doesn't matter whatever. It doesn't matter what he wants. You have dreams that you need to fulfill. And it doesn't matter if he disagrees. He is not your life. You need to follow your dreams. You need to follow whatever you want to do. And if he disagrees, then he can get to getting. Because you're only 36. Yeah, you have your whole life ahead of you. Do not allow him to keep you down, because if he's disagreeing with you trying to reach your goals, like fuck that. Because he's just trying to keep you down. He's just trying to keep you down. And then what's going to happen is, God forbid, if you guys get a divorce, then you're going to be like, oh my God, I could have been a pilot. And I didn't do it for this dude. Okay? Yep. There you go. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for joining. See you next Monday, same time, same channel, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Broke Dude Diaries. My book is linked in my bio. Love you guys. See you then. Bye.